Hey guys, sorry about that. Don't know what came over me. It was very rude. What's up? Today, I just hung out with Riley for a bit. Well, not for a bit. We hung out all day, so it's a nice day. It was pretty chill. We just floated in the pool, and then just went to the library and sat around and stuff. So pretty good, chill day. I didn't take the camera because we were going in a pool, and I didn't know we'd be hanging out after the pool. So I thought I'd go swimming and then come home, but I didn't, so oh well, sorry. But since I didn't record today, I decided to just ramble on a bit. One of the things I wanted to talk about was childhood, when you were a little kid, before, during, and after elementary school, before all the middle school, high school, college drama crap that we go through, basically. Back when life was carefree and we didn't know it. I was, take for example, I was watching a video from Katie Lett, which I don't know if y'all know her. She's on YouTube. I've subscribed to Shay Tards and Shay Carl and Katie Lett. Shay and Katie are probably my favorite people on YouTube. They're just absolutely hilarious. But anyway, I was watching a video where they were playing hide and seek with their kids. Where Katie was playing with them. Shay was doing stuff on the computer. But I digress. Katie Lett was playing hide and seek with her kids, and she mentioned how she had to really go to the bathroom while she was hiding. She started talking about that, and it just made me think about I can remember playing hide and seek as a kid, and you would find the absolute perfect hiding spot where they couldn't find you for 15-20 minutes, and the entire time you had to pee like you have never had to pee before. I doubt that was just me. I know it's had to happen to other people. Where you're there's no way anybody can possibly find me here. Oh my god, I have to go now. Don't lie, it's had to have happened to you. And it's the worst feeling in the world because you've never had to go so much in your entire life until that moment. That moment, you had to take the biggest, most relieving pee of your life, and you couldn't because you would lose. And that is unacceptable when you're a child. You do not lose games, ever. Because then you'll be sad. I mean, everything was just so carefree and wonderful as a kid. You didn't have to worry about how judgmental people were. All you did was go run around outside, and the other kids ran around outside, and then everybody started playing together. It's the ages of 3 to 6 are the best ages of life. Because there's just there's no judgment. You don't have to worry about, does she think I look fat? or what's he think of me? Do you think he likes me? You don't care about that stuff as a kid. You just want to play. And watch Barney or whatever you guys did. I don't know what y'all did. I watched Power Rangers and stuff all the time. I was all into that action stuff, which was kind of funny given the fact that I was really overweight as a child. And I would always watch Power Rangers and Dragon Ball Z. And when nobody was around, I'd do that stuff. I would fight this. I used to have this giant stuffed blue bear. It was supposed to be a bear, but I honestly don't know what kind of creature it was modeled after. My great grandma had made it for me, and it was essentially my punching bag. I was such a wuss, so it's not like I was training to beat kids up. I wasn't even training. I don't know. Kids beat me up all the time, so I felt the need to beat up a stuffed animal or a stuffed thing. It was essentially a very overstuffed pillow with 4 limbs and a head. I mean, it was just odd. It had button eyes. It was creepy. And I would just karate chop my stuffed animal around. It was just that one. All my other ones I took care of. I mean, and that's another thing. I'm a very sentimental person. I like to keep things from my childhood or keep certain things of my, certain aspects of my childhood alive. When I was in middle school, everybody would make fun of you relentlessly if you watched Dragon Ball Z. So I stopped watching it because people would make fun of me and beat me up. But, recently, a couple months ago, I saw a clip on YouTube, and I was I remember that. That was so cool when I was a kid. I'm going to look up my favorite parts and scenes, so I looked it up, and I just fell in love with it all over again. And it doesn't matter to me anymore what you people think about the stuff that I love, because it's about what I want in my life, what I enjoy. So I go out and I buy the DVDs for it, because it was such a huge part of my childhood, and I still love it. I've fallen in love with it all over again. I mean, it's a beautiful, like beautifully drawn. It's absolutely amazing to me. The story, the characters, the action, the everything, and I could care less about what you think about it. But in middle school, and even in most of high school, all I cared about was what other people thought about the stuff that I liked. Like, if I like this, am I gonna get teased for it, or will they just not care? I mean, that was the same with Power Rangers. I'll admit, I watched it through part of elementary school when all the kids had stopped watching it. And I remember I had a little Power Rangers jacket, and my other jacket was dirty, so I'd worn that jacket to school. And this girl on my bus, she looks at my jacket, she's like, Power Rangers, really? That's so stupid. And I looked at it and I was like, oh, well, I didn't have any other jacket clean, and this was in a garage sale pile or something like that. And from that day on, I never watched another episode of Power Rangers, just because of that girl. I mean, it's just stuff like that. Like, I regret doing that. I should have been who I was, and not tried so hard to get people to like me, because in the end, even though I gave all that stuff up, they didn't like me anyway. So, I basically became a different person to win over people that I could never win over. They would not accept me no matter what I did. Basically, I just miss being a kid. It was just so easy. Life was so much more simple. You ate, you slept, and you played. That was all you did. And now I've got to worry about getting money for college, moving out one day, having the money to move out one day, supporting myself, getting through college even before I have, there's just so much to worry about. I miss the simplicity of being a child. Everybody I know will agree to this statement that I'm about to make. One of the things you miss most from childhood is nap time. God, do you remember how much you hated nap time when you were a kid? And, 10 years later, how much you wish you had nap time in high school? Oh, it's brutal. We took the things for granted then that we want so badly now. And now we take things for granted that fascinated us as a child. I mean, besides the Dragon Ball Z stuff, I mean, there's just so much stuff that I gave up in order to impress people. Like, one thing I have never told anybody, I don't think I've ever told a living soul this, so this is the first time I'm saying it in my vlog. There are two things I'd always wanted to do in life, but I never did them because I knew if I even suggested it to somebody, they would just tear me apart. And I would be an even, more hated person than I was. I wanted to learn to play the violin. Still wish I had done that. And I wanted to go into dance, which a lot of people don't expect me to be interested in that, but I think it's fascinating. And I really wish that I don't think we would have had the money to do it, but I wish I had, tried to pursue it. Because dance is a very interesting thing to me. Like, I don't know, just not like ballet dancing necessarily. I wouldn't do that. But I mean, like, ballroom dancing and stuff. Just, I don't know. I mean, I don't know why I'm interested in it. I mean, it just seems interesting to me. And I wish I had been more confident in myself to pursue that instead of worrying about how horribly the kids would have treated me for even suggesting it. I mean, maybe one day, if I win the lottery or something, I can afford that, but I mean, it just won't be the same as doing it as a child. I mean, it would be amazing, but it wouldn't be the same. It would have been, I guess it would have been more impressive to me personally if I had done that despite the obstacle of people not liking me for it. But I still want to do it, so maybe one day I'll be able to pursue that. So, I've rambled enough about childhood. I meant for it to be mostly positive. Some of it was a bit negative, but I mean, I'm just saying what I feel right now. I'm in a very deep mood, kinda. I'm trying not to be too deep. But anyway, I will talk to y'all tomorrow, which I have work all day tomorrow and Sunday, so I have no idea what the hell I'm going to do. So hopefully the people will comment on the Facebook group that I made. I actually made a group on Facebook for people to suggest ideas for me to do on the vlog, so hopefully they come through for me. So hopefully I'll have something for y'all tomorrow.